Good morning, children. Today's topic is topic 10 equation, a new topic for you. Let's start with mathematical operations. Don't worry hearing the name mathematical operations. These are simple operations till now which you did on numbers. You did these operations on numbers. Which are the operations you did on numbers? It can be two numbers or more than two numbers. Many operations you did. Which are they? Just recollect it. Remember this sign? This is a plus sign. It is for adding two or more numbers. When you want to add or take the sum, S-U-M, sum of two or more numbers or all together, how many items are there? All those things all together, sum, totaling, everything. You use the sum plus. This is the addition operation. This is a addition operation or the plus sign is plus, operation is addition. When you want to take the sum of two or more numbers, we use this. Next one is this one. See this, which is this operation? This is subtraction. When you use this, when you want to take the difference or subtract two or more numbers, you use the sign of subtraction. Next operation which you have studied is, what is this operation? Multiplication. What is this? Multiplication. Or when you want to take the product means multiply two or more numbers. What you're taking in that? You are taking the product of two or more number. You use this operation of multiplication. Now the next operation you have studied is division. When you use the sign of division, when you want to share something or distribute something among a number of children, or when you want to divide one number by another number, you use the sign of division here. This is sum, addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. You also, like doctors, used all these operations on whom? Not on patients. On whom you use this? On numbers you use these operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. These are the mathematical operations which you already used till now on numbers. Let's recollect once again. First symbol is addition symbol. When you want to take the sum of two or more numbers, you use a plus sign, that is the addition. Second is subtraction. When you want to take the difference between two numbers or take away something, you use this operation of subtraction. When you want to take the product which you use, when you want to take the product of numbers, you use multiplication. And the last operation which you used is the division. That is when you want to divide one number by another number, or when you want to distribute something among a number of people, or when you want to share something or distribute, you use the sign of division. So these are the operations which we have studied. Now we have to see how to get some number using different mathematical operations. Now let's take some examples to come to the topic of equation. Now let's see how to get the number 20. Now we are taking one number 20 as an example, using different mathematical operations, how to get the number 20. Now by addition you can get the number 20. Now we will see for each operation. Now you can write this in your notebook. After the heading topic 10 equation, you can start with this heading mathematical operation, and then you can write this to get number 20. This will be the first topic you will be writing in your notebook. Now to get the number 20 by addition, how we can go through that, we can see now. Now to get the number 20 means I want the answer as 20. How you can get the number 20? By adding two or more numbers. It can be, I will take some simple example with two numbers. Now let's see this. 15 plus 5. These are the two numbers I am taking. What is the operation involved here? Plus. So I took addition as the operation to get this number 20. This side to the left side, this side is the left hand side of the expression equation, and this is the equal to sign, and this is the right hand side of the equation. Now 15 plus 5 is equals to 20. So left hand side is equals to right hand side, and right hand side is equals to left hand side. That you have to remember. Let's take some more example. Now we can get means equals to, we can get the number 20 by adding some more numbers, some other numbers also. I can take 19 plus 1 as also 20. Now I am using the operation addition, so be careful, only plus sign should be there. Now I will give some examples with subtraction also. Now 19 plus 1 is 20. So again the LHS and RHS are balanced. Left hand side and right hand side are balanced by the equal to sign. Now next is, I will take one more number, 10 plus 10 equals to 20. So what I saw here, in all these cases the left hand side is balanced. Now left hand side and right hand side, this side and this side, left hand side, right hand side, left hand side, right hand side are balanced by the equal to sign because they are equal on both the sides. Is this clear to you? So LHS for the left hand side is equals to RHS, that is the right hand side, in all the three examples. Now by subtraction we will see in the next video. Now let's see to get the number 20 by subtraction operation. Now I want the number 20, so I want the answer equals to 20. How I can get the number 20? Now I can take any numbers combination. If I want, I can take 25 minus 5. So I will get it as 20. So what is the operation I used here? Subtraction, that is minus sign. Again, I want the number 20. So what I can use? 10 plus 10 equals to 20 I can use, or whichever you want you can do. See, you can take a variety of numbers. 30 minus 10. Again it is 20. Again the operation used is subtraction. Is this clear to you? How to use the mathematical operations for forming equation? Now see here, you get a number 20 by using subtraction. Now let's see for multiplication and division to get the number 20 by multiplication. Now copy down this, pause the video and copy down this. To get the number 20 by multiplication, see these two examples I have given here. 5 into 4 is equals to 20. Which is the operation involved here? You see multiplication. Is it clear? So mathematical operation involved is multiplication to get this number. I can also write it as 2 into 10 also is equals to 20. Now by division, copy down this in your notebook. Now by division. Now the operation involved here is division. This is a division sign. This also division sign. You can show division by slanting line also. This is the division sign. 100 divided by 5 is 20. Have you read it? 100 divided by 5 is equals to 20. Is that clear? Now 60 divided by 3 equals 20. Understood? 80. If you divide 80 by 4, you get 20. So this way you are using the mathematical operations to show all the calculations. Is this much clear? Now just copy down this and then we will take the examples which we have just written just now and we will form an equation. Now see here children, in mathematics the equal to sign shows that, what the equal to sign shows? The number on both the sides are equal. Now see here, what we have done, all the operations, one examples I have taken here. Now see here, 19 plus 1 is equals to 20. Now this side and this side are equal. That is shown by the equal to sign. Here this is the LHS, that is the left hand side of your equation. When you look at the screen, your left side is this one and your right side is this one. So LHS means left hand side is equals to RHS, that is the right hand side. Is that clear to you? They may be the result of different operations on left hand side and right hand side. Now see here, it was addition. Now here the answer on the right hand side is because of subtraction. Here the answer on the right hand side is because of division, and here due to multiplication. Different operations leads to the same answer, and the both left hand side and right hand side are balanced. Balanced means are equal. Is that clear to you? Now such an expression of equality is called an equations. Is it clear? Now this is an equation. 19 plus 1 is equals to 20. 25 minus 5 is 20. Now you see these examples. 80 divided by 4 is 20 and 5 into 4 also 20. If all the sides are equal, that means we can write these side also. Now here you are having expressions, numerical expressions. Numbers are there, so numerical. And these are the expressions. This side are the expressions. Now you can equate this side also. Is that clear to you? Now you take any number on the left hand side. You can see it is equals to the right hand side. Is it clear? You take this. This is the left hand side. This is the right hand side. Both the left hand side and right hand side are balanced. So this forms a equation. So left hand side and this is RHS means right hand side. Both are equal. Is that clear to you? So I can write the previous equations this way because the RHS are same everywhere. The LHS are also equal. The left hand side are also equal. In the previous part we have seen that the each equations leads to 15 plus 5 equals to 20. 80 divided by 4 also 20. So as the RHS are same for this, I can write the LHS are also equal. So 15 plus 5 is 20. 80 divided by 4 also 20. So LHS are also equal. See this, 25 minus 5 is 20. 5 fours are 20. So I can equate the different operations on the different sides this way also. Is that clear? This is the equality between different operations this way. Is it clear to you? Now here addition is there. I can equate this with this also. 19 plus 1 is 15. I can 20 I can write, or 15 plus 5 is also 20. So I can write this way. Or I can even write 25 minus 5 is equals to 15 plus 5 because both leads to the same answer 20. Is it clear? I can write 80 divided by 4 is equals to 90 plus 1 because both the sides, when I write 80 divided by 4 is equals to 19 plus 1 means both the left hand side and right hand side are balanced, are equal. So this is 20, this is 20. So this is equals to this. Is it clear? So I hope this much is clear to you. You can copy till here in your notebook. Now let's take an example of weighing machine. If the left hand side of the weighing machine and the right hand side of the weighing machine have the same weight on both the pans, have the same weight, means it will be balanced, means it will be in the same level. Both the sides will be same level. What will happen if the left hand side is heavy or heavier than the right hand side? What will happen? If this side is heavy, it will come down. And if the right hand side is heavier, what will happen? This side will come down. If it is balanced, balance means left hand side has the same weight as right hand side, means it will be balanced this way. You might have gone to take any vegetables or grocery shop, you might have seen this weighing machine. Now if there are equal weights in both pans of a weighing machine, then the scale is balanced. Such a balanced scale is like an equation. Children, now let's start with practice set 26. Write the heading for the question. Practice set 26. Different mathematical operations are given in 2 rows below. Find out the number you get in each operation. First you have to find out the number you get in each operation and then you have to make the equation. Let's find out the numbers which you get in each operations first. Now first see how I am explaining. The same way you have to write in your notebook. Then you have to form the equation. See this now. 16 divided by 2. Divide 16 by 2. What you get? 2. 8 times 16. Now 5 2 times 10. Write the answers this way. Is it clear? First write all the operations along with the numbers and then you have to complete this way. 9 plus 4 is 13. Then 72 divided by 3 is 24. 4. Divide and see in rough work. You can divide and see to the right side. You make one line and you can divide and see in the rough work place. Now 4 plus 5 is 9. 8 3 is a 24. Copy down all these numbers. 19 minus 10 is 9. Now 10 minus 2 is 8 here. 37 minus 27 is 10 here. 6 plus 7 is 13 here. So copy down this much. First you have to write the answers for this all mathematical operations with numbers. Complete this fast. Children, now you found the answers. Now you can write the equations. See the RHS which are same. Its LHS you can equate and write it. Now you have seen in the previous part, you have seen 16 divided by 2. What you got as 8. So 16 divided by 2 is 8 and 10 minus 2 also 8. So you can equate the LHS, that is the left hand side of the equations, because its right hand side are same. Is that clear to you? Now 9 plus 4, that is equals to 6 plus 7. What you got? 6 plus 7 is 13. In the same way 9 plus 4 is 13. So you can equate the left hand side of the both the equations, so that because its right hand side are equal, 13 13. So these two are also equal. 5 2s are 10 and 37 minus 27 also 10. So you can write this way. Now 72 divided by 3 and 8 into 3 has the same answer. So both the operations can be equated, division and multiplication. These two can be equated using the equal to sign, because this expression and this expression both leads to the same answers. 4 plus 5 is 9. The same way 19 minus 10 also 9. So you can equate these two. So these are the equations. You have to copy down this also in your book. Is this clear to you? Copy down this and this completes practice set 26. Now let's see what are equations and how to find the solution for the equations. Now you know how to equate the left hand side and right hand side of the expressions. By seeing the left hand side and right hand side expressions, you can equate it. This is called equating. Is that clear? Now you wrote the sum of the equations. You wrote after finding the values. Copy down this much in your notebook. Now in the previous video we have studied how to balance the left hand side and right hand side of the equation. Now in this video let's write a variable. What variables are you will come to know, and how to write an equation. Now we have seen 15 plus 5. Just now we have seen 15 plus 5 and the operation is addition. 15 plus 5 is 20. If I write this in the place of 15 and 15 in the place of 5, I will get 5 plus 15 is equals to 20. Both are same. So I will take this and this expression on the, this is the expression on the left hand side, this is the expression on the right hand side, and I will explain you how to write the variable. Suppose I don't know what is in the place of 5. Now I don't know what, when I add 15 to which number should be added here, which number I should write here and add to 15 so that I get 20. I don't know this value. Now instead of that value I can take any alphabet or any letters. It can be X, Y, Z, any one alphabet you can use. Is that clear? So that value or unknown value, in the place of that unknown value I am using a letter. That letter is known as a variable. Now instead of 5, now you know here it is 5, but I used X in the place of 5. So X is the unknown value. It can take anything. It can take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever it is, you can take in the place of X. So it is known as variable, which varies, which can change. Variable means which can change its value. Now I want to find this answer. So we will first use the trial and error method for solving this. Now what is trial and error method? I will explain you. Now in this method we take different values for the variable x. Now I have taken x equals to 1. If x is equals to 1, take the left hand side of the equation. This is the left hand side of the equation. It should be equal to 20 if it is correct value. So in the place of x I took 1. So plus 15. What I got? 1 plus 15 is equals to 16. Is it equal to 20? No. So this is equality, not equal. So I put this way. Is it clear? Not equal can be written this way. First put one equal sign and not equal to sign. Is this clear to you? Now for x equals to 1, LHS is not equals to RHS. LHS and RHS are not. This is the RHS. So they are not equal. Left hand side is not equals to right hand side. Is it clear? Now I will take the next number. After x equals to 1, I will take x equals to 2. Let us see what happens. Now in trial and error method, I took if x is equals to 2. Now in the place of x, I am writing 2. 2 plus 15. What I am getting in the LHS? I am getting 17. Is it equals to RHS right hand side? No, it is not equal. So I put this sign. So what I saw? LHS here also not equals to RHS, means the beam balance is not balanced. It is not balanced on both the sides. LHS and RHS should be balanced for the equation to be true. But it is not balanced. Let's take the next number if x equals to 3. Now if x is equals to 3, what will happen? In the place of x, I wrote 3 now. Previously it was 2, it is now 3. 3 plus 15, what you get? 18. Is it LHS and RHS equal? No. Is that clear? So again, for value x is equals to 3, it is not at all satisfied. Now for x is equals to 4, let's see. Now for x is equals to 4. So 4 plus 15 is again 19, not at all equal to 20. So LHS and RHS are not equal again. Now let's see for x is equals to 5. In the place of x, we will put 5 and see whether it is getting satisfied or not. Yes. See here now, if x is equals to 5, in the place of x I put 5. 5 plus 15 is equals to 20. So this is the LHS you got and RHS is also 20. So it got satisfied. Now it is balanced. So what is the solution of this equation? When you got the answer, when you put x is equals to 5, you got LHS and RHS is balanced, are equal. You got LHS, RHS are equal. So when the variable takes the value of 5, the equation is balanced, means what? X is equals to 5 is the solution of the equation. Is this much clear to you? So you write x is equals to 5 is the solution to the equation. So write x is equals to 5 is the solution to the equation. Now think, it was so small sum, but it took so much of time. See here, it took so much of time for writing all this, taking each values. X is equals to 1, x is equals to 2, x is equals to 3, x is equals to 4, x is equals to 5. So much time it took for writing the steps to find the value of x. What if the equation formed is in thousands? You will write till 1000? No way, you can't do such things and waste time. So the next method is there, equating, how to find the solution for the equation, and in a easy way other than trial and error method, how to find the equations easily, we will see in the next video. Now let's see how to write a equation and what do you mean by a variable in an equation. We will start with the solution of an equation on page number 52 now. Now one example is already given. I will use some other examples, some number difference I will take, and I will explain you that which is there in the textbook, and you can read the textbook page number 52 also after my explanation. Then it will be more clear what a variable is, and how to write a equation will be clear after this video. Children, see what I have drawn here. Now in this picture, school is shown, a small shop is shown, and house is shown. Now you can see the distance between school and house. I want to go from my home to the school. So what is the distance between my house and school? It is 300 meter. This full line I have made here showing the distance between my house and my school is this much, that is 300 meter. In the middle, when I start from my house to school, now in the middle I come across a shop. Now what is the distance between my house and my shop? See here, I wrote here, it is 200 meter. Now I want to find out what the distance between shop and school is. This is unknown. I don't know the distance between school and shop. In such condition, I wrote here question mark because I don't know the distance between this. Is it clear? This distance I don't know. But what I know, this distance I know, from house to school and from house to shop. This distance I know. Is that clear? Now what is unknown? This. For unknown things, you can put any variable. We can use any variable. Now, what variables are that you have to know? You can use any alphabet for unknown values. What you can use? You can use any alphabet or a letter. A value for the letter has to be found. Now, in a letter is something used in place of a number. Here actually what should come? A number should come, but I don't know that number. So in the place of that number, I am using a variable, that is a letter. Is that clear? A value for the letter has to be found that will make the equation balanced. Such a letter is called a variable. As I don't know what is there in the place of question mark, I am going to use for this a variable. So I will take this question mark as x meter. Is it clear? So this alphabet or letter which I used is known as a variable. So see this one now, x, this distance from here to here is x plus 200. What is this? From shop to this is 200 meters. So x, this distance is x plus from here to here is 200 is equals to the full distance. Is that clear? So that forms an equation. So I don't know the distance between school and shop. So I took it as x. This distance I don't know. I took it as x. That is a variable. Any letter which we use in the place of value. Here one number should be there, that is the value, but I don't know that value, so I took a alphabet. Now plus, now from here to here, this distance plus shop to house. What is the distance? 200. Is this clear? So this full distance is 300. When I add this distance plus this distance, I get the distance from school to my house. What is the distance from school to my house? Is 300. Now what I got is an equation. Is this clear to you? Now see this part. This part is the left hand side of the equation. Left hand side of the equation, and this part is the right hand side of the equation. Is this clear to you? This is the right hand side of the equation. Is this much clear to you? So you can see the left hand side is x plus 200 and the right hand side is 300. So left hand side LHS, right hand side RHS. Now both the sides are equated or balanced by an equal to sign. When you get an equal to sign in an equation, what is an equation? Equation will contain always a equal to sign and a variable or the unknown quantity. This is the unknown here. Now we have to find x, that is the unknown quantity. You can use any alphabet. You can use A, Y or Z, any alphabet or any letters you can use in the place of variable. It can be anywhere. It can be here, it can be here, it can be here, it can be with some number also. Is it clear? With any numerical values it can be, variables can be. Now this I explained a simple one. Is that clear to you? So equation contains a equality sign. The left hand side and RHS should be balanced by the equal to sign, and x is the unknown value. There should be a variable in an equation and a equal sign in an equation. Now you came to know what variables are and what a equation is. Is this clear to you? Good morning, children. Now, in the previous video, we have seen what are variables and how an equation can be formed. Now, what we have studied, in an equation, a letter is sometimes used in place of a number. Now, here we have used the letter x in place of a number. A value for a letter has to be found that will make the equation balanced. Now the left hand side and right hand side should be balanced. So we have to find one value, some number. Plus 200 is 300. Now from this you can directly conclude it is 100. 100 plus 200 is 300. Is that clear? But in complicated sums, you should form the equation and then it is easy to solve very easily. This I took a simple example. Is that clear to you? Now such a letter is called a variable. Is that clear? Now the value of the variable, this value for this variable which you will get, which satisfies the equation, is called the solution of the equation. Now one value you will get, I told you x is equals to 100. If I put in the place of x as 100, you will get 100 plus 200 is 300. So x is equals to 100 is known as the solution. Is it clear? So x equals to 100 satisfy. When I put the value for x as 100, it satisfies the equation and it is called as the solution of the equation or solution to the equation. Now to solve an equation is to find the value of the variable in the equation or to find the solution of the equation. Now we will see how to solve an equation. Solving an equation we will see how to do. Now here my aim is to find the value of the variable. Now I wrote this. This is the equation. Now I want to find x. So I want only x here. I will keep x only here. But I don't want 200 here. Is it clear? I want to find the variable. Unknown value. I want to find the distance from school to the shop. That is x. This only. So I want to remove this 200. Now how I can cancel this 200? By taking its opposite number. Now in integers and all you have studied what are the opposite numbers. Now plus 200. I don't want this. What I will do here? I will write here minus 200. Remove 200 from this place. Remove 200 from the left hand side. Now be careful now. If you subtract or do any operations on the left hand side, the same operation should be done on the right hand side also. Is it clear? So I will do the same operation here. Then only the left hand side and the right hand side will be balanced. Is it clear? It will be in the same level only if this equality will exist only if the left hand side and right hand side get balanced. So whatever operations I do on this side, the same operations you should do on the right hand side, or whatever you do on the right hand side, the same operation you should do on the left hand side. Now see opposite numbers, 200 plus 200 minus 200 get cancelled. So this will become 0. Is it clear? Now here x is there plus 0. This got cancelled. So I wrote here 0 plus 0 is remaining. That is equals to 300 minus 200 is 100. Now any number plus 0 is the same number. So x plus 0 is x itself. So x is equals to 100. Is this clear? Now you got the value of the variable. Understood this? You got the value of the variable. X is equals to 100. Now if you put this 100 here, what you will get? 100 plus 200 is equals to 300. This is the solution for this equation. Is that clear to you, dear? So the last statement you can complete. Writing distance between school and shop equals to, we have taken as x meter because we didn't know what the measurement is, what the distance is. So I took it as x meter. So that is equals to 100. X is 100 meters. Is it clear? So this method is easy than the trial and error. We are taking different options for the variables. Instead of that, we can use this method for solving any equations. Is that clear to you? Children, let's start with practice set 27. In this practice set, some questions are already given. With each question, I will give you some extra questions for practice also. So you can copy down everything what I am explaining in practice set 24. Now for question number 1, rewrite the following using a letter. A letter stands for the variable which is unknown here. So when I am explaining this topic in this, actually in the textbook practice set 27, in question number 1 we have only 4 questions given in the textbook. So we will give more practice to you with some extra questions. So I wrote there in the heading practice set 27 with some extra practice. So all those questions which I am giving extra along with the questions in the textbook, you can copy down in your notebook when you are going through the practice set. Children, copy down this keywords for addition type of sums. Now there are 4 operations which we are going to use here to frame an equation. Now for framing the equation, we should know the keywords used for addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So this is the keywords for addition. Copy this down. If the word sum comes, means you have to add. If the word add comes, or more than something comes, and comes, total of something comes, or increased by something comes, or plus, the word plus, a number plus, that way it comes, means you have to do addition to form the equation. Plus sign will be used as the operator. So the keywords for addition is given. Copy this down first. Then we will solve some sums related to addition. Some statements I will give you and we will make some expressions, algebraic expressions related to that. Using a letter we will write it. Copy down these questions now. Sum of 5 and a number. Now you don't know what is the other number. You have to take the sum of 5 and a number. Means a number is there, you don't know the number. So let us take it as x. Let the number be x. It's given here. It's given sum. Sum means you have to add something, sum. So how you will frame the expression? Now sum of 5, you have to add something, so plus sign here. Sum is the sum of 5 and which a number is there. So what we have taken the number as x, so it can be 5 plus x or x plus 5. You can write this way or you can write x plus 5, both are correct. So you can write this way or this way. Is this clear to you? Or x plus 5. So this is the required expression, sum of 5 and a number. Now the next one, a number plus 9 is given. Let the number be, you don't know this number, a number, which number you don't know. So let the number be y. So if I take the alphabet as y, let the number be y. So plus 9. So this is the expression for this statement. A number plus 9 is y plus 9. This is the expression for this given statement. Copy down these two. Now the third one. Now a number increased by 4. A number is increased by 4. Let the number be x. I don't know this number, a number. So that number is increased by. Increased means it is taken more, plus. Increased by means plus sign. In the keywords I have given this. Increased by how much? It is increased by 4. So this is the expression for the statement. Now 16 added to m. Now what is the alphabet used or the variable used here is m. M is given here. 16 added to this number. So m is a variable used, and what is added to this? What you have to add to m? 16. Is that clear? This way you have to frame the expression. So the expression is m plus 16. Now the fifth one, 25 more than x. Now 25 more than x. Now x is the variable. So more than means plus. And what is the number? 25 is more than x. X is the required number and 25 is more than x. So x plus 25. When you get more than also you have to use the plus sign. Now next one, sixth one. Now this one is a textbook question. Sum of a certain number and 3. Now we will take, let the number be x. You can take any variable name because you don't know that certain number. It's given sum of a certain number and 3. So certain number be, let the number be x. So what is our sum of a certain number? So you have to add sum of certain number and 3. Is this clear to you? Now regarding subtraction, we will write the keywords for subtraction first and then solve the some statements related to that to get the algebraic expression. Children, in the previous video we saw the keywords for addition. Now write this keywords for subtraction in a box, and related to subtraction we will frame algebraic expressions for the question number 1 itself. Copy down this in your notebook. Now put this keywords in one box, rectangular box you make, and in that you write the keywords. Copy down this. Pause the video and copy. Copy down this question now. Seventh one, difference obtained by subtracting 11 from another number. Now we don't know which is this another number. We will take, let this number be x, or any alphabet you can take. It is not compulsory to take x. You can take any alphabet. Now difference is obtained. Difference means subtract something. Difference means subtract. How this difference is obtained? By subtracting 11. You have to subtract means minus 11 from another number. What we have taken, the other number be x. So from x we are subtracting 11. Is this clear? You are subtracting 11. How I am reading it, the same way you have to write also. Subtracting 11 from another number. From, so that another number is written here. Is that clear? You are subtracting 11 from this number. So I have taken that as x. Copy down this. Subtract 15 from a number. Let the number be y. Right? Let the number be y. I am taking y. You can take any alphabet y. You have to subtract 15. Subtract means minus, remove 15 from. See here, from a number. So I am subtracting 15 from y. So this is the required expression. Copy down this. Next, 12 less than x. So less than means again subtraction. How much less? 12. 12 less than x. So x minus 12. Copy down this. A number decreased by 5. Let the number be m, or any alphabet you can take. A number is decreased by 5. Let the number be m. I am taking it as m. This number is decreased means minus by how much? This number is decreased by 5. So from m I am taking away 5. So the number decreased means minus by how much? 5. Copy down. 6 apples taken away from x apples. Now how many apples were there? X apples were there. In all, x were there. Now 6 apples are taken away, removed. Taken away means went away. So minus 6 apples are taken away. Taken away how many apples? 6 from x apples. Totally this much were there. From that this is taken away. Copy down this. Now difference of a number and itself. Now difference means minus. So of a number and itself. Let the number be y. If I am taking y as a number, difference, the difference of this number, difference means minus. Difference between this number and itself. Itself means the same number. So what will be the answer actually? Y minus y will be 0. Is it clear? Any number if you subtract from the same number, you get 0. So y minus y. This is the equation or the expression. Copy down this. Copy down the keywords for multiplication now. Make a box and write the keywords for multiplication. Product. If the word product comes, you have to multiply. multiply, double. Double means multiply by 2. When the word double comes, you have to multiply by 2. If the word triple comes, you have to multiply by 3. The word times, 4 times 3 means multiply. Of, 3/4 of something, 3/4 of 100. So, of, the word of comes means again multiply. Copy down these words. Now, the product of 15 and another number. We will take this, let the another number be x. So, you have to write that first. Let the number be x. So, you have to take the product of 15 and another number. Let the number be x. So, x into 15 you can write, or it is same as 15 into x. Is it clear to you? You can write anyways. X into 15 or 15 into x. Product of 15 and another number. Now write down this twice a number. Now twice a number means you have to multiply by 2. 2 times. Let the number be x. I have taken the number be x. Twice a number. So 2 times. Twice means 2 times a number. Let the number be x I have taken. So the number is x. So what I will get? This is equals to 2 into x is 2x. Copy down. Now thrice a number. Let the number be y. You can take any alphabet for the number. Now I am taking a y. So thrice means 3 times. 3 times means 3 into. Times means into. Thrice a number. 3 times a number. Number I have taken as y. So I will write here 3 into y. That is equals to 3y itself, or you can write this way. Any way you can write. 3 into y you can write, or 3y. Both are correct. Now here the statement is the product. Product means into. Product of 3. 3 is there. Product of which two numbers? 3 and a number. Let the number be m. So I will write 3 into m. Is it clear? Let the number be m. So what will be the statement for this? The statement is the product of 3 and a number means 3 into m will be the algebraic expression. 3m. 3m you can write, or 3 into m. Both are correct. Now half of a number. Let the number be x. If the number is x, I have taken the number as x. So half of means into. Half of a number. Is it clear? So you can write half into x, or you can write, now multiply the numerator. What you will get? 1 into x is x upon 2. This number's half. Is it clear? Both are correct. Both the answers are correct. You can write this way, or see 1 into x upon 2. This also is the same. Is it clear? So you get this one. So anyway you can write for this. Now keywords of division. These are the keywords which are used in a statement to form algebraic expressions. If the keywords of division are quotient, if the word quotient comes, means it is a division sum. Divided by, or ratio of something, or share of something. If you want to share something means divide it. Distribute it means divide it. Quotient, find the quotient of means division. Divided by means division sign. You have to use for the expression. Copy down this in a box. Now related to this we will solve some statement sums. 4 times a number is 24. What we will take? Let the number be x. Let the number be x. So 4 times means 4 times. See here, 4 times. Times means into. 4 times a number. We don't know the number. I took it as x. So this number x, 4 times a number is 24. Is means equals to sign. 24. Is this clear? So this can also be written as this way in simple form. 4 into x means 4x is equals to 24. Is this clear? This way you can complete it. Now related to division we will start. Now a number divided by 2. A number. Let the number be n. I took the alphabet as n. We don't know this number. So I took this alphabet as n. So how I will write the expression? Number n, let the number be n I took. So a number divided, so division sign, by, divided by 2. So this is the required expression. Or you can also write this as n, this is also division sign, divided by 2. Is this clear to you? Copy down. Now 4 divided by a number. I took, let the number be n. Now 4 is 4 divided by, 4 is divided by a number. So it is 4 divided by n, this way. Is this clear? So it is, or this can be written as 4 divided by n. Both are correct. Is it clear? So how to read the statement and form the expressions is clear to you. Now quotient means it is related to division. The answer of the quotient of k and 7 can be written, the expression can be written as the quotient of k and 7 means k upon 7. Is this clear? This is the answer for this. The quotient of k and 7. Quotient means division of k and 7. So k upon 7. Copy down this. Now the ratio of 2 and 6. So ratio you show this way with 2 dots. Ratio of means division itself. The ratio of 2 and 6, or you can write it as 2 upon 6. Ratio of 2 and 6. This way you can show. Complete this in your notebook. Now before going to question number 2 of practice 27, I will explain you some conditions. This I already gave you in the PDF to write first, then we will start with problems that I told you. That is given in the PDF. You already wrote this from the PDF. Now before going to question number 2 of practice 27, let's revise what I have given in the PDF. The equation remains balanced when interchanging both the sides. Any equations when I interchange both the sides, that is left hand side becomes right hand side becomes left hand side, means the equation will remain balanced. I will give you few examples for this. See this, n plus 7 is equals to 15. Now here LHS is n plus 7. Now here RHS is 15. Now I shuffled it. I brought this side. The full expression here came to the right hand side. LHS became RHS. RHS became LHS. See this one. Now here LHS became 15 equals to n plus 7 as it is. I shifted LHS to this side and this to this side. So when I interchange both the sides, the equation again remains balanced itself. Is it clear? Now point number 2. The equation remains balanced when adding the same number to both the sides. Now I will take some examples. When we add same number to the LHS and RHS, both we should do. Whatever operations you do on the LHS side, you should do the same operation on RHS. Then only the equation will remain balanced. Examples are, suppose this is a required given equation, x minus 4 is equals to 9. This is the equation, given equation. Then if I add, this is the LHS for this, is the LHS side and RHS side is 9. For the equality to be balanced here, if I add, suppose I am taking here 10 or 9, whatever number I take here, if I am adding 10 here, I should do the same operation here also on the RHS, so that both remains the same. Here I added 10, so on the RHS also you should add 10. Otherwise the equations balanced will be disturbed. It should be equal. LHS should be equal to RHS. Now when I add this, you can find this answer, whether the same equation you get when you do this. Is it clear to you? The equation remain balanced when subtracting the same number from both the sides. Now previously it was addition, now subtracting the same number from both the sides. Now this is the LHS, x plus 2, RHS is 10. Now for this equation to be balanced, if I am subtracting 3 from this side, if I subtract 3 from this side, I should do the same operation on this side also. Then only it will be balanced. Both the sides LHS and RHS will be balanced if I do the same operation of subtraction on both the sides. If I write here minus 100, I should write here also minus 100. Then only the LHS and RHS will be balanced. Is that clear? Now here multiplying both the sides by the same number. If I multiply both the sides by the same number, the equation will remain balanced. Now in this example given, here LHS is x upon 6, x divided by 6. This is a variable, is equals to 10 is the RHS. Now if I multiply here, suppose I multiply here by 6, then I should do the same operation, multiply here also by LHS also, RHS also by 6. Then only they will be balanced. If I multiply here by 20, it should be multiplied here also by 20. If I multiply here by 100, it should be multiplied here also by the same number 100. Is that clear? Then only it will be balanced. Whatever operation you do on the LHS, same operation you should do on the RHS, so that both the sides are balanced. Here I showed the multiplication operation. Now for division. Now the equation remain balanced when dividing both the sides by the same non-zero number. When you are dividing, be careful in the denominator. While dividing, both the sides should have the same non-zero number. You cannot divide by 0. Any number you cannot divide by 0. Division by 0 is meaningless. So it is non-zero specifically given here. Is that clear to you? You cannot divide any number by 0. Now, if I take these examples, here I have written 8x equals to 24. Now, suppose here I divide 8x equals to 24 is given. Here I suppose I divide this by 8. I should divide here also by 8. Same operation I do on both the sides, so that the LHS and RHS remains balanced. Is that clear to you, dear? These points you should compulsorily remember for further solving of the problems. Now practice set 27. In that question number 2, we will see this one. Find out which operation must be done on both the sides of the equations. Now two sides are there for the equation LHS and RHS. In order to solve them, to find the value, solve them means find the value of the variable here. Here the variable is x taken. Here also variable is taken as x. You have to find the value of x in each of the equations given. So which operation must be done on both the sides of this equations is asked. You need, and in order to solve them, which operation, that much only you have to write which operation you should do. That's all. Is it clear? No need of solving it. Copy down this question. Question number 2, heading in your notebook, and we will start with the first one. X plus 9 equals to 11. Now here x plus 9 equals to 11 is given. We want to find the value of x. Already one example I showed you. If I want to find x here, I will keep x here, and I don't want this plus 9 here. So what I should do? Take the opposite of this number. What is the opposite of plus? Minus. And what is the opposite of plus 9? Minus 9. So what I will do? I will subtract 9 here. So plus 9 minus 9 will go away. The same operation you will do here also. So here also you will write minus 9. If you do here minus 9, you should do here also the same operation, subtracting. Is that clear? So subtracting 9 from both the side is the operation here. To get the value of x, what you are going to do? X plus 9. Here you will do minus 9. You don't want this, so this will get cancelled. If I do here minus 9, on the RHS also you should do the same operation. Is it clear? So this will get cancelled, and you can get the value of x. See this way. So this will get cancelled, and you will get x is equals to 11 minus 9 is 2. Is this clear? You can get the value of x. So which operation you did here? You have subtracting. You are subtracting 9. You subtracted 9. Removed 9 from both the sides. Is this clear to you? This is the statement which is needed for this question. This is the statement. Subtracting 9 from both the sides, you got this answer. You can copy down this. X minus 4 is equals to 9. Now if I want to find the value of x, I should remove minus 4. How I will remove minus 4 from here? By taking its opposite. What is the opposite of minus 4? Plus 4. Is it clear? I have to write here plus 4 on the LHS. So here also on the RHS I should write plus 4. So what I am doing? I have to add 4. Is it clear? Adding. So that is the operation here. Now for question number 2, you need to write only this much. Now what you have done, adding 4 to both the sides. Now this is the operation you have to do on both the sides in order to solve them. Only this much you have to write in your notebook. Let's see how to find the solution also. Let's see. X minus 4 is equals to 9 is given, you are adding plus 4. Now its opposite we are taking, minus opposite is plus, minus 4's opposite is plus 4. So here also I will write plus 4, then only this 4 will get cancelled here. So I don't want 4, so I wrote here its opposite number. Now what is remaining here? X is there. X is equals to 9 plus 4 is 13. So this is the answer, solution of the equation. X is equals to 13. This is the known as finding the solution. You need to write only this much, but I explained the solving part also. If you want, you can write this also, copy down in your notebook. Now third one is 8x equals to 24. Now 8x means 8 into x equals to 24. Now I want only x here. I don't want 8 here. Is it clear? 8 is in multiplication. So opposite of multiplication is division. So if I divide, so opposite of multiplication is division. So 8 I don't want. So I have to divide both the sides by 8. I don't want here 8. So I am dividing by 8. If I do here divide by 8, I should do here also division by 8. So that is the operation you are going to do here. So you have to write dividing both the sides by 8. Now the operation is done. Now how to find the solution? I will explain you now. I am going to divide. Now 8 into x upon divided by 8 is equals to, if I divide here by 8, I should do on the RHS also division by 8. Divide both the sides. Both the sides the same operation is to be done by 8. See here, 8 1 times 8. So 1 into x is x remaining here. 8 how many times are 24? 8 3s are 24. So x is equals to 3 is the solution for the equation. This is the value or value of the variable or solution of the equation. Is this clear? Copy down this. Now here x upon 6 is equals to 3. Now I want to find the value of x. It is x divided by 6. Opposite. Now here I don't want 6 here. 6 is in division, upon divided by 6. So its opposite is multiply by 6. Divided by 6, opposite is multiply by 6. So I will multiply by 6 to remove the 6 here. If I multiply here by 6, I should do the same operation on the other side. This is the RHS. Here also I should multiply by 6 because I want to cancel this 6. So in division and multiplication, this way only I can cancel it. If I divide it by, here it is in division, 6 is in division. To remove or cancel this operation 6 value here, I can multiply here by 6. So 6 1s are 6. So this got cancelled. So what I got here, x is equals to x into 1 is remaining here, equals to 3 6 are 18. So this is the solution for the equation. So this is the step which is needed, multiplying both the sides by 6. Is this clear to you? Copy down this in your notebook. Which operation is there, that only you have to write. This you can copy down. If you want to write the solution also, you can practice it solving. Children, now question number 3. Given below are some equations and the values of the variables. See here, these are the equations given here and the value of the variable is given here. Y equals to 3. What you should do? You have to check, are these values the solution to the equation? If you put y equals to 3 in this equation, y minus 3 is the LHS and RHS equal. Yes or no, you should write here. Solution, yes or no. If you put, is this value satisfies this equation? When it will be satisfied? If the left hand side will be equal to the right hand side of the equation. See here, if I put y equals to 3 here, in the place of y, what I get? 3 minus 3, that is equals to 11. Is it true? No. 3 minus 3 is 0. So 0 is equals to 11. Yes or no? No. So the solution is no. This value is not the value for the variable. Is that clear? This you have to do. We will write this step also, then for practice it will be more easy. See, Here it is given y is equals to 3. Let's substitute. Now this is the LHS. Y minus 3 is the LHS side and this is the RHS of the given equation. This equation is given. This is the first one. Now let's take the LHS. What is LHS? Y minus 3. Now we will put the value y equals to 3 here. Let's see what happens. Now y, in the place of y I will write 3. 3 minus 3. What I get? This is equals to 0. So what I got, LHS is equals to 0 I got. Is this clear? Now LHS equals to 0. But what is RHS given? RHS equals to 11. Is LHS equal to RHS? No. So LHS is not equal to. How you write not equal to? Equal to sign you put and not equal to. Is it clear? Not equal to RHS. So in the column of solution it is yes or no. So you got the answer as no. Is that clear? You write this way and then after that you can write in the table also, table format also you can write. Now is it a solution? No, it is not a solution because LHS and RHS are not equal. So it is not a solution. Y equals to 3 is not a solution for the equation. See the second equation, 17 is equals to n plus 7. Here LHS is 17 and RHS is n plus 7. So I wrote here. Now here the value given is n is equals to 10. For if I put the value of n in the place of n, if I put 10, is the equation satisfied? Can you get the LHS and RHS of the equation balanced or not? Let's check this also. Now already LHS is 17. So RHS we will check. I will put in the place of n, I will put 10 and see. Check this. Now in the place of n you put, this is a variable. So in place of n you put 10. 10 plus 7 is equals to 17. Now see the RHS you got, n plus 7 is 17. 10 plus 7, 17. See this. This is the LHS. This is the RHS. Both are equal. Yes. So it is the solution. Yes, you have to write. Is that clear? So here why? Because LHS is equals to RHS in this case. So it is a solution. Yes. You have to write this way. You can complete in your notebook. Solution. Yes. Is it a solution? Yes. Is it clear to you? You can complete it this way. Copy down in your notebook. See this children, example number 3 now, question number 3. 30 is equals to 5. X is given to you. This is the equation given. You have to check if this value of the variable satisfies this equation. X is equals to 6. Now this is the LHS, this is the RHS. I wrote the LHS here. This is the RHS. I wrote here RHS. 5x means 5 into x. Now we, in the place of x, we will put the value of x, that is 6. X is equals to 6. So it is given to you. So 5 into, in the place of x we will put 6 because it is given in the bracket. That is the solution. So what you get, the RHS. RHS equals to 6 5s or 5 6s 30. Now see the LHS. Here you check the LHS, here you see the RHS. Is both equal? Yes, both are equal. LHS is equals to RHS. Yes, LHS is equals to RHS. Tell me now, so is it a solution? Yes, of course it is a solution. So you will write, is it a solution? Yes. Is it clear to you? Copy down this in your notebook. Now check the equation given. This is m upon 2, that is m divided by 2 is equals to 14. This is the LHS, this is the RHS. Now we have to put the value of m is equals to 7 and check if it satisfies, the value of m satisfies LHS and RHS. This equation is satisfied or not. Now let's start with that. Now m divided by LHS means m upon 2 is given. So m divided by 2 means in the place of m I should write 7. So 7 upon 2. Now you divide and see 7. You divide by 2 and see what you get the answer. 2, 3 times 6. Subtract. When I subtract I get 1. Now I will put 1 point, nothing here. So I will put 1 point and take 1 0 here. Is it clear? So 2, 5 times 10. So now it is fully reduced and I get the remainder 0. So what I got, answer as of LHS equals to 7 divided by 2 is 3.5. Now what is the RHS in this equation? You see it is 14. Is LHS RHS both equal? Check this now. Is both the sides equal? No. So LHS is not equals to RHS. Is it clear? LHS I got 3.5 and RHS I got 14. I have 14. So they are not equal. 3.5 is not equals to 14. Is it clear? Here I got 3.5 as the answer and here I got 14 as the answer. They are not equal. So is it a solution? Is it a solution? So you can write it as no, they are not the solution because LHS and RHS are not satisfied. Is it a solution? Is solution? No. Is that clear? You can complete this way in your notebook. So question number 3 get completed. In the next video, we will start with question number 4. Now in practice set 24, we will see question number 4 now. Solve the following. Here you have to solve the following equations. Equations are given here. See, LHS, RHS is there, variable is there, operator is there. So this is an equation. These are equations given here. So you have to solve it. Means you have to find the value of y. Already some rules to remember I have given in PDF and explained also. You have to use that and find the value of the variable. Here it is p, here it is t. Whichever variable is asked, you have to find its value. Let's start with the first one. Write in your notebook question number 4, first one. Now y minus 5 is equals to 1. Now I want the value of y. So what I should do? I should remove this minus 5 from here. I want only this one. So to remove minus 5, what I should do? Its opposite. Which is the opposite of minus 5? What is the opposite? Plus 5. I should write here plus 5 so that they get cancelled. If I write here plus 5, here also on the RHS I should write plus 5. So I wrote the step adding 5 on both the sides. If I add 5, the equation will be balanced. So I will write the equation as it is once again. See, I left some space here, then equals to and 1. Now to remove this minus 5, its opposite plus 5 I will write here. And here also I will write plus 5. So why I wrote here plus 5? Because here it is minus 5. They will get cancelled out. I don't want this here minus 5 plus 5. Opposite numbers get cancelled. So I get here y and 0 now here. Plus 0 is equals to 6. Any number plus 0 is the same number. So I get y equals to 6. So what is the solution for the equation? Y equals to 6 is the solution for the equation. Therefore y equals to 6 is the solution for the equation. Solution of the equation. This way you have to complete it. So y equals to 6 is the solution of the equation. Copy down this in your notebook. Now the second one. Second one is 8 equals to t plus 5. So I am going to write this way. This is LHS, this is RHS. I am going to interchange its place, interchanging both the sides. So I can write this as the first property which I told you. You can interchange it. I can write it as t plus 5 equals to 8. You can interchange both the sides. That will be the reason here. So you in the bracket 1, 2, 3 dots and in the bracket you write the reason. Interchanging both the sides. Reasons are compulsory here. I am interchanging both the sides. So I wrote the reason here. Reason is compulsory in such questions. Now I want to find the value of t. So I don't want this number here with t. So how to remove it? Take its opposite. Now this is a question. So take the opposite of plus 5. So what I can do? Opposite of plus 5 is minus 5. So I am subtracting 5 from here. So if I subtract 5 from LHS, you should do the same operation on the RHS also. Is that clear? That was the next rule which we have studied. So the next reason you have to give here, subtracting 5 from both the sides. Is that clear to you? So if I write this way, I get this cancelled. So plus 5 minus 5 get cancelled. I get t plus 0 is equals to 8 minus 5 is 3. So t equals to 3 is the value of the variable. So you solve this equation. Now question number third one. Next is 4x equals to 52. So that means 4 into x is equals to 52. Now I don't want this 4 with x. So x, it is not in plus, it is not in subtraction. What is the operation here? You see, it is in multiplication. So what operation I should do? Division. Its opposite of multiplication is division. So what I will do here? I will divide multiplication opposite is division. Divide by 4. Is it clear? Because I want to remove this. So multiply it by 4. So it's division by 4. So here also I will do division by 4. On both the sides operations should be same. Now you have to give the reason here, dividing both the sides by 4. Now I cancel this. 4 ones are 4. So 1 into x will become x. What remains here? 52 divided by 4. 52 you divide and see what you are getting. 52 divided by 4. 4 1 times 4. Then subtract this. You will get here remainder as 1. Then bring this 2 down. You get it as 12. So 4 3s are 12 and you will get the remainder 0. So this is the division. So x is equals to what you get? 13. The value of x is 13. This way you can find the value. Copy down this. Now 19 is equals to m minus 4 is the fourth question of practice set 27, question number 4, fourth one. Now 19 equals to m minus 4. Now what you can do here itself or afterwards also you can interchange. Now I am interchanging m minus 4 is equals to 19. So LHS I am writing this side and RHS I will copy down here. So it will become this way, m minus 4 is equals to 19. Is that clear to you? That is the first step. Give the steps there in what you are doing. Now here I don't want minus 4 here. I want to find m. This I want to find. So I don't want which number here, number minus 4 I don't want here. So what I should do, it's opposite you write here, plus 4, minus 4, plus 4. So if I write here plus 4, same operation you have to do on the RHS also. So this get cancelled. Is it clear what you did? Adding 4. Adding plus 4 you can write, or adding 4 means plus 4 itself. 4, 2 on both the sides. Is it clear to you? On both sides of the equation, on LHS, RHS, both you added 4. So you are getting m, this is 0. So the m is equals to 19 plus 4. How much you are getting? 19 plus 4? 23. So this is the answer for the variable m. Is it clear? Copy down this. Fifth one is p divided by 4 equals to 9. Now p divided by 4, I want only p here. It is here divided by 4. I don't want this division and this 4. So its opposite is division, opposite is multiplication. And division by 4, multiplication by 4. Is it clear? Opposite I did here. So this will get cancelled. So here also I should do the same operation. What I did, that you have to write as a reason. What you are going to do, that you have to write down here. Is that clear? Multiplying both the sides by 4. I multiplied here by 4. That reason you have to give here. Copy down here p. So I multiplied both the sides by 4. Division by 4, its opposite is multiplication by 4 in the numerator. So this get cancelled here this way. 4 1 times 4. Is it clear? So p into 1 is p itself. P equals to 9 4s are. How much p equals to? 9 4s are 36. Is it clear? 9 into 4. So you get p equals to 36 as the answer. This is the solution for the equation given to you. Understood this? So the answer is p equals to 36. Copy down this in your notebook. Now the next one, sixth one. Now sixth is 6x plus 10 equals to 5. Now I want the value of x. So here plus 10 is there. I don't want this plus 10 here. So its opposite is minus. Plus opposite is minus 10. Is that clear? Plus 10, opposite is minus 10. I did minus 10 here. Here also you should do the same thing. What I did, subtracting 10 from both the sides. I subtracted 10 from both the sides. LHS also, RHS also. So write that reason there. Now after subtracting, what I did, cancelling. Now plus 10 and minus 10 get cancelled out because they are opposite number. So I got here x plus here 0. Is it clear? So x plus 0 is equals to. Now remember about the integers, 5 minus 10. Plus 5 minus 10. How you did the calculation for integer? Different sign, subtract. 10 minus 5 is 5. Different sign, subtract. Put sign of the greater number. What is the sign of the greater number here? 10 minus. 10 is the greater number, sign is minus. So you get minus 5 here. 5 minus 10 is not 5, it is minus 5. Is that clear? Integers, addition of integers. Here it is nothing, means plus 5. Different sign, subtract. So 10 minus 5 is 5 and put the sign of the greater number. So you are getting x is equals to minus 5. This is the solution for the given equation. X is equals to minus 5 will satisfy the equation. Why I tell you that it satisfies the equation? If I put x is equals to minus 5 here, in the place of x I put minus 5. Minus 5 plus 10 will be 5 itself. You can check the LHS and RHS. Put the value of x and you can check the LHS and RHS for the answer to be correct. Is that clear? Copy down this in your notebook. Now check this. M minus 5 equals to minus 12 is given. Now to find the value of m, what I should do? I don't want this number here. Constant number minus 5 here. So its opposite is minus 5, opposite is plus 5. Here also I should do the same operation. This is equal to sign. So LHS I put plus 5. On the RHS also I should write plus 5. So which operation I did? Adding 5 on both the sides. Is it clear? Write that. Adding 5 on both the sides. So what you are getting, this get cancelled, my opposite numbers will give you 0. So this get cancelled. What you get? M plus 0 is equals to, now minus 12 plus 5 is how much? Minus 12 plus 5 is minus 7. See, different sign, subtract. 12 minus 5 is 7 and put sign of the greater number. What is the sign of the greater number? Minus sign. Is it clear? Different sign, subtract. So 12 minus 5 is 7 and put sign of the greater number. Integers rules you should remember for this. So you get m equals to minus 7. That is the answer for the value of m. Copy down this in your notebook. Now p plus 4 equals to minus 1. This is the 8th sum. So p plus 4 equals to minus 1. I want to find the value of p. So p plus 4. So p plus 4 I don't want here, to take its opposite. So its opposite is minus 4. If I write on the LHS minus 4, I should write here also on the RHS minus 4. So this get cancelled out. What I get here? P plus 0. So I get p equals to different, same sign, add it. 4 plus 1 is 5. Put the common sign. Is it clear? Same sign, add, put the common sign, integer property. Now here what we did, we have subtracted 4 from both the sides. That reason you have to write here, subtracting 4 from both the sides. So write this way, subtracting 4 from both the sides. What you get? P, value of p equals to minus 5. So what is the answer to this? Answer is p equals to minus 5. This way you can complete the answer. So question number 4 gets over. Now we will start with the word problem in the next video. Question number 5. Write the given information as an equation and find its solution. So you have to frame the equation and then only you can solve it and find the solution. See, practice at 27, question number 5, which are the word problems. Read the question part by part. Write the given information as an equation. Some information is given in the statement and you have to read the statement part by part and write the given information as an equation first and then find its solution. Means find the answer for the given information. Now read the question carefully. Harba owns some sheep. After selling 34 of them in the market, he still has 176 sheep. How many sheep did Harba have at first? Now in the beginning, Harba have that number of sheep we have to find. Now we don't know how many sheep Harba had at first. So let us take it as x. If Harba has x number of sheep, so that will be the first statement. Let the number of sheep with Harba at first be x, will be the first statement. Now after selling 34 of them in the market, if x is the number of sheep Harba was had, so you can write the first statement. Let the number of sheep with Harba at first be x. Now after selling 34 of them in the market, he still has 176 sheep after selling 34 of them in the market. Means now the next step will be after selling 34 sheep, he had how many sheep? Now total was X number of sheep. From that 34 went away. He sold. Selling means sold, means went away, means minus 34 sheep. This many sheep he has now. Is it clear to you? After selling, how much is the total given? He still has 176 sheep is given to you. So after selling he is having 176. So according to the given condition, now how the equation is formed, you see, he was having X sheep. From that minus 34 means he sold how many sheep? 34 sheep. So after selling, how much he was having in all? X minus 34, in all what is remaining is 176. This is the equation which is needed. Once you got the equation, you know how to solve it. How many sheep did Harba have at first? We have to find. That means we have to find the value of X. So I will keep the X as it is. I don't want minus 34 here. So to remove minus 34, what you will do here? Add 34. Take the opposite of minus 34, that is plus 34. If I add plus 34 here on the right hand side also, I should do the same operation. Is that clear to you? So what I did here, adding 34 on both the sides. You have to write that reason. Adding now when you do this step, adding 34 to both the sides, this get cancelled. Minus 34 plus 34 gives you 0. So what is remaining here? X is remaining. X you can write plus 0 it is. So you need not write that. Now 176 plus 34 will give you 210. So you got the answer for X. What is X? What is X? You have taken in the beginning. Let the number of sheep with Harba at first be X. That is what we have taken. So the final statement you have to write now. Harba had 210 sheep at first. Is this clear? Had 210 sheep at first. This completes the first answer. So this final statement is compulsory. It will also carry marks. Complete this in your notebook now. Now, question number 2 of question number 5, practice set 27. In that question number 5, second one, Sakshi prepared some jam at home and filled it in bottles. What she did? She made some jam at home and filled it into some bottles. After giving away 7 of her bottles to her friends, she gave 7 bottles to her friends. Means suppose she made a X number of bottles of jam, then she gave away means minus 7. Is that clear? Giving away 7 of the bottles to her friend, she still has 12 for her. After giving away 7 of the bottles, she has 12 for herself. So the equation become X minus 7 equals to 12. Now how many bottles had she made in all? Now first we will find how many bottles of jam she made in all. Then we will go to the second part. Now this is the first part. We will do the first part first. Then we will go to the next question. Copy down the first statement. Let the total number of jam bottles made by Sakshi be X. Now, according to the given condition, she gave 7 bottles to her friend. From X bottles, she gave away, so minus 7. 7 bottles to her friend. After giving, how many was left over? After giving this, she is left with 12 of the bottles. So, this is the required equation. Now, you know how to do the calculation. Now, I want to find the number of bottles. We have taken the number of bottles be X. So, I want X here. I don't want the constant values here. This minus 7 is a constant number. I don't want that. So what I should do? Minus 7, its opposite is plus 7. So when I do plus 7 here on the RHS, 12 is already there. With that also on the RHS you have to do plus 7. Is it clear? So the reason also you have to give adding 7 on both the sides. Now x is equals to 19 you got. See here, this get cancelled, so x remains as it is. This becomes 0, so that is equals to 12 plus 7 means 19. What we did, the operation here, adding 7 on both the sides. Added 7 on both the sides to balance the equation. Now Sakshi prepared x equals to 19 means what? Sakshi prepared 19 because we have taken x as the number of bottles. So 19 bottles of jam. We got the first part of the statement for the question. We will go to the second part of the question. It is told if she filled 250 gram of jam in each bottle. In each bottle, how many grams it is given? 250 gram of jam. Weight of each bottle of jam is given as 250. Now total 19 bottles of jams were made. So the weight of 19 bottle of jam, 19 bottles of jam, how you are going to find? So in one bottle 250 grams. So 250 in one bottle, this much gram. So in 19 bottle, one is given, many is asked. Many multiply. So multiply by 19. Is this clear? When you multiply 250 grams by 19, you will get the weight of 19 jam bottles. Is this clear to you? So you multiply 250 into 19. What you get? 4750 grams. G means grams. 4750 grams. So the weight of 19 bottles of jam will be 4750 grams. You can write this as the answer, or you can convert this into kilograms also and write. How to convert this into kilograms? Let's see now. Now 1000 grams is equals to 1 kilogram. Or you can also read it as 1 kilogram is equals to 1000 gram. Kilogram to gram multiply by 1000. Gram to kilogram, smaller to bigger unit, divide by 1000. See this. So gram to kilogram I want to find. So divide by 1000. What I will get here? I can write it as 4.750. This much kilograms. Is this clear to you? So I can write grams to kilograms. So here 3 zeros are there. From here 1, 2, 3 digits I left and put the point here. So this much kilograms. So you can write the final statement. 19 bottles weight is 4.750 kilograms, or you can write this way also. Both the answers are correct. 4750 grams also you can write, or this also you can write. Is that clear to you? Copy down this, and the last statement I will give you. So write the final statement. The weight of 19 bottles is equals to 4750 grams or 4.750 kilogram. So this way you have to complete this answer number 2. Now the last question from equations. Archana bought some kilogram of wheat. Now she brought wheat. The weight is not given to you. She requires 12 kilogram per month. How much wheat she require? 1 month, each month. Per month means each month. She requires 12 kilogram. That is given in the question itself. 12 kg per month means each month 12 kg. And she got enough wheat milled for 3 months. 3 months, how much she will require? That much she already got enough wheat milled for 3 months. She is ready with her. After that, she had 14 kg left. After keeping for 3 months, how much is left with her? 14 kg. How much wheat had Archana bought altogether? Altogether, in all, how much wheat she bought? You have to find out. Is that clear? Each month is given. Each month she required this much. And for 3 months, wheat is already milled and she kept it with her. After that, how much is left? 14 kg wheat is left with her. Is that clear? So how much wheat had Archana bought altogether? You have to find. Let it be X. Take any alphabet for the variable. What is the quantity? We don't know. Wheat Archana bought. How much wheat Archana bought? We don't know. So that we will take as X. Now suppose Archana bought X kilogram of wheat. That is what we have to find out. In all, she bought X kilogram of wheat. Now each month she used 12 kilogram wheat. Each month, per month means each month she used this much is given to you. Now already for 3 months wheat is ready for use. For 3 months how much she will require? For 1 month 12. So for 3 months 12 into 3. That will be the next step. Now she used 12 into 3. That is for 1 month 12 means for 3 months 12 into 3. That is 36 kilogram of wheat flour she used in the 3 month. After using this, something is left over. She had X. Now X is the total wheat and from this much is used up. So X minus 36 kilogram of wheat is left over. Is that clear to you? That is given to be 14 kilogram. This is given to be 14 kilogram. That is X minus this. X is the full amount of wheat minus 36 she used in the 3 months. She used 36. So X minus 36. And what is left? X minus 36 is left. That is equals to 14 is given in the statement. Now she used, after using 36 kilograms of wheat, this much is left over. So total X from that 36 she used up. So this much of kilogram of wheat is left over. According to the given condition, what is given? How much is left over is given? 14 kilogram is left over. That is, this is left over means X minus 36. This much was there with her. She used up 36 kilogram. So what is remaining? Left over is 14. So according to the given condition, you got the equation. Now you have to solve this equation. Now you want to find the value of X. So what you will do here with minus 36, you don't want this minus 36 here. So what you will do to remove this constant number? Add 36, take its opposite. So minus 36, its opposite is plus 36. If I do here plus 36, you have to add the same number to the right hand side also. So this get cancelled. What you get here? X is equals to how much? Calculate this and tell me. Now X is equals to 50. What is this X now? Archana bought 50 kilogram of wheat. That is what we have taken as X. Is that clear? So the last statement you have to write. Archana bought 50 kg of wheat. And this completes this topic of equation. Some extra questions I will give you during the revision time, or in the middle I will give you some extra questions for practice as assignment. At that time some more word problems I will add and give you. You can complete this in your notebook. Now how much I taught you, how I told you in the PDF, according to that you can complete this lesson in your notebook. Children, now some extra word problems I will give you. Now you have to follow some rules before doing this word problems. You have to read the question carefully and note down what is given in the question and what is required to find out. Now you know how to write the unknown quantities using the variable. So denote the unknown by any of the variable x, y and so on. Any one variable you can take. Then translate the problem to the language of mathematics or mathematical statement. The statement what is given you have to read part by part and translate it into mathematical statement. Now form the equation in one variable using the condition given in the problem, and then you have to solve the equation for finding the unknown value. Is this much clear to you? Now let's see the first one. Find a number such that 1/4 of a number is 3 more than 7. Find a number. This is the first part, is find a number. So that I will mark first. You have to find a number. Now what is the number we don't know, so I am taking it as x. Now let the number be x. Taken it as x. Let the number be x. Now see the second part. 1/4 of a number is 1/4. That is 1 upon 4. 1/4 means 1 upon 4 of. Of means into. Multiplication. Of means multiplication. I told you in the keywords. Of means into. Of a number. What was the number we have taken? X. So 1/4 of x. Is it clear? So what you get here, 1/4 of a number means 1 upon 4 of x means x upon 4 you can write, or 1 into x upon 4, any way you can write. Is it clear? So 1 into x upon 4 means is equals to x upon 4. Anyway, this way, this way, this way, anyway you can write. This is 1/4 of a number. Now according to the given condition, now see here what is given. According to the given condition, how you will frame the equation. Find a number such that 1/4 of a number is. 1/4 of a number means 1 upon 4 into x, or you can write it as x upon 4. X upon 4. So x upon 4 is means equals to, is equals to 3 more than 7. 3 more than, see here, more than means plus. Is it clear? More than 7. So what you get, x upon 4 is equals to, x upon 4 is equals to 3 plus 7 is 10. Is this clear to you? Now you have to, you got the required equation is here in front of you. Now you can solve it and find the value of x. Now what you have to do, you want only x here. Now here x divided by 4. So to remove this division by 4, what you should do? Just opposite. What is the opposite of division? Multiplication. Multiply. It is in the 4 is in the denominator, so multiply in the numerator by 4. That is the step here. Now when division, its opposite is multiplication, and upon 4 is in the denominator, so you will multiply 4 in the numerator now. So when you do into 4 here on the LHS, what you should do on the RHS, here also you should multiply by 4. So what you get? So you see this, see 4 1 times 4. So what is remaining? X into 1s are x equals to 10 4s are 40. So this is the answer, x equals to 40. Now what is asked? Find a number such that the that 1/4 of a number is 3 more than 7. So the required number is 40. You have to write the final answer. Now once you got the value, you wrote here the required number is x, that is 40. Now let's verify. We will cross check it whether it is correct or not. How to cross check it? Let's take the LHS and RHS of the equation. The equation is this, x upon 4 is equals to this. This is the LHS, this is the RHS. We will put the value of x here in this LHS part and we will find whether it is equals to RHS. Now x is equals to 40 we got, let substitute 40 here. Is it clear? So 40 upon 4 is equals to 3 plus 7 is 10. So 40 divided by 4 is, now when you divide it by 4 you get 4 tens are 40. So 10 is equals to 10. This means what? LHS is equals to RHS. Is it clear? This way you can even verify it. It is not compulsory, but if you want to cross check the answer whether it is correct or not, you can verify this way. Now don't forget to write the step. What we did here, which operation we did here, multiplying both the sides by 4. This you have to write in front of the equation, because we, after this step, we have multiplied both the sides by 4. So you have to write this step, multiplying both the sides by 4. You are getting this answer. Now this way you can even verify LHS is equals to RHS. So what you can tell, x equals to 40 is the solution for the equation. Children, read the question carefully. Second one, and write it down in your notebook. Aarti's age 3 years ago was 9 years. 3 years ago her age was 9 years. Now we want to find how old is she today. What her age is today we have to find out. Now today's age I don't know. I will take let Aarti be X years old today. Today let her be X years old. So 3 years ago what her age was? 3 years ago her age equals to, today if X it is, so 3 years ago means before 3 years, means less na, less 3. Is it clear? Today's age minus 3 will be 3 years ago. Is this clear? Now, it according to the given condition, what is given 3 years ago? She was 9 years. Is it clear? See, 3 years ago. So, x minus 3, her age 3 years ago was this much. Was 9 years. So, this is the required equation. Now, you know how to solve and find the value of x, because x is the age today. Aarti's age be X years old today we have taken. So, this is 3 years ago. Her age was 9 years. So, you got the equation. Now, you know how to equate. Now, I want the value of X here. I don't want minus 3. I don't want here. So, take its opposite. What is the opposite of minus 3? Plus 3 here. So, to the right hand side also you have to do the same operation. So, here I did plus 3. Here also I did plus 3. That what I did I should write here. Is it clear? Adding 3 on both the sides. So, what I get here, this get cancelled here, minus 3 plus 3 becomes 0. So, here what is remaining? X is equals to 9 plus 3 is 12 years, 12. Is it clear? So, X is equals to 12 years. What we took X as the age of Aarti today. Let Aarti be X years old today. So, X equals to 12. So, the final statement is Aarti's age, Aarti is 12 years old today. Is this clear? And this completes this answer. You have to write the final statement. Complete it in your notebook. Pause the video and complete. Now, we will check or verify whether our answer 12, Aarti's age is 12 years old today, is correct or not. How to do? Put the value of x, that is 12. X is equals to 12 in LHS part. This is the LHS of the equation. This is the RHS of the equation. X minus 3 equals to 9 we wrote above. This is the required equation. So, we will take the LHS separately, RHS separately, and we will check. So, in the place of x, we will put 12. 12 minus 3. What I got? 12 minus 3 is 9. So, 9 is equals to 9. So, what we are getting, LHS is equals to RHS. This way we can cross check our equation to see that the answer is correct. Children, now this is a very interesting question. Many questions are related to this one sentence itself. Is it clear? Many other questions I have given, around 5 questions I have given related to the first heading. Is it clear to you? So, pause the video as required and you can copy down the question and answer how I am explaining. You can go through it and then pause it and copy down in your notebook. Now, first you have to write only this much. Take Sarita's present age be Y years. What is her age now? Present age means present, at present. Today's age is Y years old. Sarita is Y years old. Now, what will be her age 5 years from now? After 5 years. From now means after 5 years. Today she is Y years, and what will be her age 5 years? You think you as Sarita here. Now, your age is Y years. Now, after 5 years your age will be Y. Today you are Y years. So, after 5 years you will be Y plus 5 years. Is it clear to you? This is the answer. So, this is a binomial. You write here, 2 terms are there. So, you write in the brackets. Now, what will be her age 5 years from now? Y plus 5 years. Sarita will be Y plus 5 years from now. From now means after 5 years. Is it clear? This is the answer for this question. Now, what was her age 3 years back? Before 3 years. 3 years back means before 3 years. See, now from now means after 5 years. Is it clear? Now, back means before 5 years. Now, suppose your age today is 10 years and I ask you 3 years back, how much is your age? How much was your age? So, you will tell minus 3, that is 7 years, 3 years before. So, in the same way, today Sarita is Y years old. What is her age? 3 years before or back means Y minus 3. This much years. She was 3 years back, Y minus 3 years old. Now, Sarita's grandfather is 6 times her age. What is the age of her grandfather? Grandfather's age we have to find out. Now, Sarita is Y years given. At present, she is Y years. So, Sarita's grandfather's age will be is means equals to 6 times. 6 times means into her age. What is her age at present? Y. So, 6 into Y years, that is 6 into Y means 6Y years. So, her grandfather's age is 6Y years. Is this clear to you? You can copy down this. Now, what is given? Grandmother. Sarita's grandmother is 2 years younger than grandfather. Grandfather is 6Y years. So, grandmother is 2 years younger than. Now, here which relations are given? Grandmother and grandfather's age we have to relate. Nothing related to Sarita. Now, grandfather's age you got today. Grandfather is 6Y years. So, what is grandmother's age is asked. See, grandfather's age we got 6Y. So, grandmother is 2 years younger than means smaller than. Smaller than means less 2 years. Is it clear? Smaller than grandfather. Grandfather is 6Y years. So, grandmother is younger than means smaller than. So, minus 2 less. Is it clear? This much years. So, grandmother's age also we got 6Y minus 2. Grandfather is this much. So, she is 2 years younger than grandfather. So, 6Y minus 2 years is grandmother's age. Now, the last fifth one of the related question. Now, Sarita's father is 5 years more than 3 times Sarita's age. Now, here some more conditions are there. So, we will mark it one by one. Father is 5 years more means plus 5. Is it clear? 5 years more than also 3 times Sarita's age also we have to compare. So, Sarita's age we know it is Y years today. So, 3 times Sarita's age will be 3Y. See this, Sarita's present age Y years, 3 times Sarita's age. 3 times means into Sarita's age is Y. So, 3Y. Is it clear? That is 3 into Y means 3Y. So, 3 times Sarita's age is this much. Now, what is the next condition? Father's age is 5 years more than. Now, according to the given condition, father's age. So, according to the given condition, father's age will be 3Y plus 5 years. So, father's age is 3Y plus 5. More, 5 years more. So, plus 5 and here what it is 3Y. 3 times Sarita's age. Sarita's age is Y at present. So, 3 times Sarita's age is 3Y plus 5. Is that clear? Copy down in your notebook. Now see question number 4. If you subtract 5 from 6 times a number, you get 7. You are getting answer as 7 when you subtract 5 from 6 times a number. Which number I don't know. So, let the number be x. You have to find the number. So, I am taking that number as x. Now, if you subtract according to the given condition, now you see this and you have to write according to the given condition. See a 6 times the number means 6x. I took the number as x. So, 6 times means 6 into x, the number x, 6x. Now, see the statement and according to that we will frame the equation. If you subtract 5 is to be subtracted from which number, that you should write here. From should be written first. From 6 times the number means 6x. From 6x you have to remove 5, then you get the number 7. You get means equals to, then you get the answer as 7. So, this is the required equation. Now, I want to find the number. Now, let's see here. I want x here. So, what you should do? Now, first thing, with x you have 6, also you have minus 5 to this side. Is it clear? You have to remove minus 5 first, then we will do for 6. Now, first what you have to do? You have to write here. Now, I don't want this minus 5 here. So, what I should do? Add 5 on both the side. Minus 5 opposite is 5. So, I am adding 5. So, add 5. Its opposite plus minus opposite is plus. So, plus and 5 I wrote. So, its opposite number I have to add here. If I add on the LHS, I should do the same thing on the RHS also. Is this clear to you? Now, see this get cancelled 0. 6x is equals to how much you are getting? You see 6, 7 plus 5 is 12. Now once you got this, now what is the next step? Now minus 5 got eliminated from here, removed from here. Now I don't want 6 with x, so now 6 is in into 6 into x, so 6 into x. How I will remove from this side? Now what I should do here? Divide. Multiplication opposite is division. Divide by 6. Here multiply by 6. 6 is in the numerator, so I did the opposite of multiplication here, and 6 is in the numerator here, so I wrote in the denominator here. So if I divided here by 6, on the RHS also you should divide by 6. Now 6 1 times 6. Now what is remaining? 6 1 times. So x into 1s are x, and what you get here? 12 divided by 6 is 2. So what is x? X is equals to 2. So find the number, let the number be x. Therefore the required number is 2. You can write this and complete the answer. Understood this much? Hope the word problems are clear now. You will be able to solve any type of questions. So this completes the lesson of equation. You can complete the notebook. Everything, any doubts are there means during Google Meet we will clear it.